Hey guys, and welcome back to another RWBY video. We will now watch World of Remnant. I will first watch the first 3, and after that I will watch RWBY till chapter 6, and then I will watch the last one and cut it so, you know, I don't know. So I have the knowledge for the coming chapters already, basically, and then I will watch the next 4 chapters. Then I will watch the 4 Maidens. Then I will stop. Volume 3, World of Remnant 1. I assume this is now the tournament and the Vytal festival, I guess. So yeah, let's see what the World of Remnant brings to the table this time. 3, 2, 1, go. It's not.
It all began, as most things do,
Osman.
with war. The kingdoms of the world had been locked in a violent struggle for years, but eventually the Great War of Remnant came to an end on the small island of Vytal. It was here that humanity's leaders chose peace over bloodshed and constructed the future of modern society, establishing new laws, new academies, and new traditions.
Okay.
The Vytal Festival was created to serve as a celebration of peace between the kingdoms. Every 2 years, a kingdom would be chosen to open its doors to the world, allowing citizens from every corner of Remnant to meet and indulge in one another's cultures. The pinnacle
Sounds
of this
nice.
event was the Vytal Festival Tournament. After the newly formed Huntsman academies proved to be a success, the Vytal Festival Tournament was designed to test the strengths of the kingdom's warriors in a safe and friendly competitive environment. A wonderful method in which to ensure that the world's huntsmen would never settle for mediocrity, but would constantly strive to become the absolute best they could be. As the skills of the huntsmen grew, so did the games. And in time, it was decided that the tournament would need a stage equal in greatness to that of its competitors. Amity Coliseum was the culmination of the 4 kingdoms' efforts, a technological marvel and a shining symbol of harmony, capable of making the journey to all the kingdoms of Remnant.
A fitting stage
That all of this began with war,
for such an occasion.
but it is peace that has served to shepherd humanity on its ascension to greatness.
Very nice. Ooh, I have a nice theory for that.
May we never stray from that path.
Who knows? You know, now I find it very fitting that Cinder and her crew attack at exactly this specific day or time of the year, I should say, maybe. The Vytal Festival, that is probably like a symbol of unity, that we all came together, you know. And now they want to destroy that foundation, you know. Interesting point in time where they chose to attack. That's what I just wanted to say, that it's I kind of like it. Let's see when we are going to find out. No, but you know, I will find out today. You will find out in, well, 4 days maximum, I guess. So I don't know. Let's just watch the next one. That's pretty much all I can say to that. I absorbed the information, and I just wanted to pretty much add, you know, what I just said about Cinder and her crew. Interesting. We now have Huntsman. Also an interesting topic. I want to find out more about that, but before that, I forgot that my hair is always in the way. I don't have time to go to the barber, even though it is so long overdue if you look at my hair. But let's just go. Am I even recording? Yes. Okay. I would be so mad if I forgot. 3, 2, 1, Go. Huntsman. Let's see.
And Huntresses, the best and brightest warriors of Remnant, ranking higher than Kingdom Police and even military in terms of strength and skill.
Okay,
The
yeah.
occupation was established alongside the Huntsman academies after the Great War, with the hope of creating elite warriors whose sole purpose would be to combat the creatures of Grimm. Beacon Academy was founded in Vale, Haven founded in Mistral,
Haven.
Shade founded in Vacuo, and Atlas founded in the now defunct Kingdom of Mantle.
Atlas. The Kingdom of Mantle.
These institutions accepted graduates of primary combat schools who showed enough promise and tenacity to not only battle
I have to look up what they
deadliest
found me.
creatures, but also protect their fellow man. For this reason, trainees are grouped into teams, ensuring the continual development of communication, empathy, and teamwork. Traits that are vital to any guardian of peace. As an additional precaution to maintaining peace, the founders of the academies believe that their graduates should be kept separate from Kingdom allegiance. Once finished with their training, huntsmen and huntresses are free to choose who they work for, as well as what kind of work they will do through the use of mission boards. Allying with a particular kingdom or village is entirely up to the individual. However, Atlas Academy has come under increasing amounts of scrutiny for the indoctrination of military lifestyle upon its students, pressuring them to enlist in the Atlas military's Special Operatives Unit. Every academy
Wanted
has
to
its
say
own
something
methods
about
of
that.
teaching, but the end result is the same. Huntsmen and huntresses ready to make their own paths. Some will stay together as a team, some will move on to work alone. But all are expected to serve humanity and never succumb to the darkness.
Yeah, okay. A little... I could, you know... that's what I pretty much thought about Huntsman, you know. Now I have to look at the kingdoms again. Vale, Mistral, Vacuo, Defunct. Yeah, okay. Wait, let me look that up, because that is something I never heard before. Defunct. Deceased. Interesting. Have we ever... Oh, is that the right word? Stillgelegt. It is... Well, if that is the right word right now, then we can at least assume that the kingdom doesn't function anymore. At best. Now to Winter, Scotty Fitzgerald said that people overlook that Winter is not the heiress. And I thought about that, you know. And I think there's a more obvious reason for that, you know. Maybe. But what I thought before even this one, that Winter either chose, was kind of forced into the military, and she said she was once in a similar situation as Vice, where she didn't get financial support. So I would assume that Winter kind of went her own way. It was expected of her to be like the heiress of the Schneeweiß company, but she chose not to, or something. Or was maybe forced into the military or something along the line. And maybe that's why the responsibility got on Vice. And that must have been when she was very young. So that's what I assume now. Because when Winter is now 26, I believe someone told me. And Vice, now I forgot, is either 16, 17, 18-ish, you know. So I would assume that this decision from Winter came at a similar age, so Weiss must have been like 9 or something when the responsibility came to her. And we know that Weiss had a difficult childhood. That only adds, everything adds to her childhood being more and more bad. I don't know. Maybe, but I don't know. If that is correct, I'm not sure. It could be. It doesn't sound like it's unlikely, but I feel like there's a more obvious reason for that. My house just shaked. What the hell? What happened? Okay. I'm just gonna ignore that. That's what I would think. Maybe. Perhaps I'm wrong, though. So let's go to the cross-continental transmit system. The last one for... Right, okay, why am I saying this? You will see everything in one go. So, yeah. Fuck it. Sweet.
Throughout the years, the world of Remnant has seen hundreds of technological advances that have changed society. The most influential of all of them being the cross-continental transmit system.
Continental.
Prior to the invention of the CCTS, long-range communication was extremely limited. The discovery and development of radio technology allowed for communication within the boundaries
The beacon of hope.
kingdoms. But communication with other parts of the world was restricted to the physical delivery of messages. With every alternative form of communication that was proposed,
That must have been...
there seemed to be the perfect obstacle.
Yeah, I wanted to say, must have been a
The
mess.
destructive nature of the creatures of Grimm severely limited the reliability of ground-based technologies. The concept of relay satellites orbiting around the planet was promising. Unfortunately, modern man has yet to make the technological advancements required to achieve spaceflight, as all known dust types lose their power as they begin to leave Remnant's atmosphere. Eventually, it was the people of Atlas, the world's leader in science and technology, that developed the cross-continental transmit system. It was revolutionary. Like radio, signals were sent and received wirelessly, though the content of these transmissions were not nearly as limited. Audio, video, images, and text were all capable of transmission, and eventually an entire online web of information was at mankind's fingertips. Currently, the system is supported by 4 primary relay towers.
I still wonder what this
located
country
within a
is,
safe
the dragon
private
one.
area of the kingdoms. These towers allow for wireless communication within a kingdom through the use of devices such as scrolls. Signals become less reliable the farther a user travels from the CCT tower. And although smaller support towers do exist outside of kingdoms, they are constantly at risk of destruction by the creatures of Grimm. Shortcomings aside, for the first time in history, digital transmissions between kingdoms were possible through the use of slightly more advanced devices, typically found in homes and CCT centers. The cross-continental transmit system has and will continue to advance the progression of mankind.
Okay.
However, if one of the 4 towers is taken offline, the entire network fails with it. A slight inconvenience during routine maintenance, but to be honest, I find the limitation somewhat poetic. No one voice is louder than the others, and no voice may be silenced without the rest. If the people of Remnant are to speak, then they shall do so together. Or not at all.
Very interesting. Okay, what I find interesting is that, first of all, the voice actor of Osbin makes these right now. I don't want to interpret it too far, but I want to say that he knows quite a lot, and that's what I expected of him, but it's almost as if he knows more than anyone almost. We don't know anything about him, but this gives me a feeling, you know, just a small feeling. The astral kingdom defunct. It doesn't seem like it doesn't work. You know, I may not quite understand the meaning of the word that they use, but there's something wrong. I can, you know, that's what I understand. But yeah, beacon, the beacon of hope, destroyed, and on the day of the Vytal festival. That's what I assume will happen. Very interesting. Also very poetic. Yeah, I like from what I could gather through these, well, short little videos, I quite like it. You know, nice information. Already 17 minutes long. How the hell did I manage to do that? The videos are 6 minutes at 8 minutes at most. Did I talk 10 minutes already? Okay. That's a lot. I will go to the next one shortly after I watched the next episodes of RWBY. So, see you soon. Alright guys, let's go. The Maidens, the 4 Maidens. Fast, I have to watch the next episodes. I can't wait. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, go. Last chapter was crazy. I was at chapter 6 when I in this recording. A little teaser maybe.
Deep in the forests of Remnant, beside a great and mighty river, stood the small, fragile home of a cold, frail man. A lone wizard. Hidden from the dangers and distractions of the world, the wizard seldom had visitors. But on this day, as he peered out his window, his gaze fell upon a young maiden. Calmly she sat beneath his tree, in a state of absolute tranquility. When the wizard demanded an explanation, the maiden simply replied, "My name is Winter. I am on a journey, and I am waiting for my sisters." With that, she closed her eyes and sat in silence. The wizard told himself the girl was a fool, but the longer she sat, the more he wished to share in the serenity the young maiden enjoyed. In time, he grew tired and decided to close his eyes as well, thinking on this strange predicament. Upon opening his eyes, the wizard was befuddled to find that a second maiden had appeared beneath his tree, cheerful and spry, with a basket of fruit and flowers. When he asked for an explanation, the girl simply replied, "My name is Spring. I am on a journey, and I am waiting for my sisters." To show her gratitude for his reluctant hospitality, the girl retrieved a handful of seeds from her basket and planted them in the wizard's garden.
Sounds like a fairy tale.
The old hermit could hardly believe his eyes as the maiden turned what was once a mere pile of dirt and manure into a beautiful garden from which life would surely blossom. It's likely he would have gazed for hours, were it not for the unfamiliar laughter he heard from beneath his tree. A young woman with a warm smile now stood beside the two maidens. The wizard begged her to introduce herself, to which she happily responded, "My name is Summer. I am on a journey, and I am waiting for my sister." Of course, thought the wizard.
Of course.
But another chirp of laughter left the old man perplexed. What in the world was so funny?
Was Summer a maiden?
As it turned out,
Summer Rose.
The new arrival found the wizard's insistence on staying indoors so very amusing. Why choose to view the world through a small window?
Would be very...
The door leading out to it was right at his side. It was a compelling argument, and after only a moment of brief hesitation, the wizard left his home
and died.
And stepped outside.
Okay.
The warmth of the sun brought with it a surge of energy and life, and soon the wizard wasn't feeling much like himself anymore. He was feeling much better. As the day drew to a close, the maidens and the wizard all settled down and prepared a feast. Winter set the table. Spring supplied the crops. Summer prepped the meal, and the wizard was the happiest he'd been in ages.
That is very weird.
But in all the excitement, he nearly failed to notice the delicate woman that now stood beneath his tree. He smiled and beckoned her to join them, asking only for her name. "My name is Fall," she replied softly. "I am on a journey and am here to meet my sisters. Who are you?" "Me?" the wizard wondered. "Well, I am but an old hermit. I have lived in these woods alone for centuries, and I'm afraid my story is not very interesting, as I have no one to love and nothing to my name." The eldest sister looked up at all that surrounded them. "But sir, do you not see? You have so much." It was true. With their help, it was now clear to see that the wizard had everything he could ever need. He was grateful, but a question lingered in his mind.
Why?
"Why me?" he asked.
Yeah.
"Why did the four of you choose to open my eyes, to share with me your gifts? Why am I so special?" The four sisters looked to one another, perplexed. Finally, the eldest spoke. "I beg your pardon, sir, but we did not do these things for you because you were special. We do what we can for everyone, because we are able." The old wizard was at a loss. Never in his years had he come across such kindness.
Good message.
It was in that moment that he knew what should be done. The wizard summoned his magic, every ounce he could muster, and bestowed it upon the sisters. He smiled. "Take this gift and know now that you are able to do so much more." Now, armed with the elements, the very powers of nature, and the unimaginable magic of the wizard, the four maidens, winter, spring, summer, and fall, promised to carry onward with their journey, using their gifts to aid others, just as they had aided him.
I'm wrong, but I want to say it.
One by one, the sisters left. Before they did, they made one final promise. They promised to return each and every year to visit their dear friend.
That's a nice fairy tale. I don't want to say that this is Ospen. I said it in my reaction. Yeah, I was wondering where did I say that, but in my chapter 6 it must have been chapter 6 reaction. I said that this may be Ospen, but I don't know. Not necessarily, because he said this story was around when he was a boy, so not who knows. However, what I wanted to say, we never saw Cinder use her semblance, and I was like, oh my god, she has the fall nature power, and then I was like, wait, but she uses fire, and Summer used fire right now. So I was like, what if she is the fire maiden? No, they would know that. But that was, I was what if she is? What if Cinder killed Summer Rose and Summer Rose was the Summer Maiden, stole the Summer power, and has now the Fall power? So how strong is she? Holy shit. If that is true. I mean, that is very, very, very far-fetched. It is not true at all, but I saw her like use, you know, we never saw her use her semblance, but she can clearly use fire, you know? What if that's true? My god. I bet I'm wrong, but that would be crazy. She would be too strong, I feel like, almost. But she has the Cinder power, the Fall power, I mean. The half of the Fall power. What is the Fall power, I wonder? She can kill life? Draw the life out of you? Would be... What can you do with the Fall power? And I'm gonna... Do I have the episode open? Yes, I have. So, what did everyone do? Winter did... Spring did... and summer made...
Winter, spring.
And she... What is that power? Wind? Spring can create life. Summer can burn. Winter can cool. And fall can either make wind, or I would say disease, or like draw the life out of you, or increase the speed at which you age, you know. Hard to say. However, that is my initial guess. I don't even know what my guess is. What am I talking about? But that's all I want to say. I have now a lot of knowledge about the world of Remnant once again. Added to the experience. Very cool. And I will now watch the rest of the 2 chapters of Volume 3. Upload this. Upload the... everything. I don't know. And that's that. I will see you soon.